is Jamie Whitfield, who is my assistant, and she is a recovering addict, but she's one of those rare gems of people that is actually taking the things that she's learning and wanting to share those with others. She wants to help other people reach the same level of being clean that she's reached, because it makes a difference in your life. And through this, you've enlisted in the 12-step program.
Yes, of NA.
And we covered steps 1 and 2 already. Can
Yes.
you tell me what the next step is?
Yes. Step 3 is we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. And what that means to me is just basically no longer walking around spiritually bankrupt. It's not a fun thing to be spiritually dead, in your addiction. And that's pretty much where I was at, is spiritually I was just dead. I didn't have any spirituality or any God to my understanding, because I didn't believe in God at one point. I just believed in the drugs.
Yeah.
And
The drugs were your God.
Yes, indeed. And so, I think for me in my addiction, and it comes to play with the step 3 is, it wasn't never that I was scared to die. I was scared to live,
It's an interesting point.
Yes, because I was scared to live, because I was living this life of chaos, of madness, I was filling the voids with the drugs, that these voids were causing me so much pain within, so I wanted to die, it was just the easy way out. And spiritually I was dead, but to live, and now though, to live in recovery, I have purpose.
Yeah.
I have reasons to live and not be, and I'm no longer spiritually dead inside. I'm spiritually rich, I'm overflowed with, I might not have $1 in my pocket, but I'm rich in my spirit, is what I tell people. And, and for us in our addiction, and just coming to the program and being a part of, our new journey of living, sometimes people say, oh, I'm just waiting on the miracle, but the miracle's already happened.
Yeah.
We're here, we're clean. The miracle's already happened. Now what we do with that miracle is up to us.
Right.
But the miracle, I'm a miracle. Because I am here and I'm clean and I have 227 days, and 227 days ago I don't know where I would have told you I was going to be at, in my life, but today I'm here and the miracle has happened and I am a walking miracle.
Well, and during the time that you were using, you said your life was chaos, which I
Yes.
can well imagine. Also, the lies that you tell yourself and other people to
Yes.
try to cover your tracks, that can get to be too much.
Oh yes, and this step also implies that we begin to live our lives by the principles of honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, trust, surrender, and faith. And like I said before, the steps that, have been introduced to me through the NA fellowship and going to my meetings and things, these steps are solutions to every problems. And I know I've said that before, but it's just so powerful.
See, and I never knew what that stood for. It makes so much sense.
Yes, and they have traditions to these steps. And we begin to live our lives with, to surrender to the fact, that's our step 1, surrendering, and step 2 is, coming to believe into our higher power, that He can restore us back to sanity, because for so long we've been running around here insane. And so they're just so powerful. And just because I work like step 1, step 2, I'm on step 8, but I don't never stop working them steps in my daily life. I process things using these steps to get through the things that I'm going through.
Right.
And when you work with a sponsor and you get to step 12, you start back to step 1. We don't graduate from this. It's a continuing thing that we have to do for ourselves all of our lives, the rest of our lives. And so we don't graduate from it. We just start back at step one, but we look at it in a different mind frame,
Sure.
Instead of it being we, it could become I. And we look at it differently, and we process things differently since we have more time under our belts and more experience and more knowledge.
And how important do you think it is to find to actually enlist the aid of a sponsor?
Oh, it's very important. You will not make it without the sponsorship that is out there, and they have websites to obtain a sponsor, because you have to have that support. That person is there no matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. That person is there and available for you if you need to process something, or if you just see. I call my sponsor every day, and sometimes it just consists of, hey, how you doing? I'm good today. How are you today? And I believe that, even with my sponsor, like sometimes she feels like I'm her support.
Yeah.
Because that's just
But it kind of works that way.
it is,
doesn't
and
it?
it's just
Yeah.
part of the fellowship, and it's a beautiful thing to see recovery and the fellowship of the NA program working in your lives, because that support system, it goes beyond just, oh, she's my sponsor. No, we're here to help each other.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever watched it, but the show Mom,
Yes.
it's based on two women, a mother and a daughter, who both had a using habit, and
Right.
it was drugs and alcohol for them. And the support that they show each other in this show almost seems ridiculous at times, but it's real.
It is real.
And I really like the whole show's attitude towards this subject, because even though it's a comedy, they treat this like it's something real. And
Right.
I think that a lot of people really relate to that,
Yes.
because they see themselves in it, and it's helpful in
Yes.
some way.
And that's also to what the NA fellowship, gives you as well. It gives you that support that, you're not alone, you're not unique. There are thousands of people out here that are just like you, or me, I should say. And
Well, both.
yeah. And so that, and it's real. Like, some people just don't want to admit the fact that they are an addict, or they know someone that is an addict. They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they're putting it out there that addiction is real.
Yeah. And it's something that really needs to be addressed, and it's something that, like you said, it's hard to conquer on your own. You
Yes,
really
it is.
need help.
Yes, yes.
Well, Jamie, it's always a pleasure having you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with a little more of your hour, so stay with us.